Let's finish it.
What was very interesting about this documentary and this movie is that Mr. Rodgers was the ultimate relationship builder. He prided himself on being the best at that. And he viewed relationships very different than everybody else. He viewed that little humans, children, were one-to-one with him, as were adults. And he knew how to communicate between the two, because those are two different types of species.
Yeah, 100%.
I mean, children, the conversation is totally different. You can still have big concepts and big ideas with them, but you have to use basic language.
The approach.
Right? The approach is totally different. And he broke down a lot of barriers with that. And he was very good one-to-one. But what was even more impressive is he was able to insert himself as, like, he is my friend at a mass scale. Like, what was the first words that I said when we first introduced this topic? He was my friend. Like, I sat in his house, and he was my friend, which is crazy to me because that is one to many. What type of human being can do that? One to many. There's not many out there that can do that.
No, especially not today, I don't think.
Yeah. I mean, you get some YouTubers that can do it.
But do you really feel like you're their friend, or do you just really like them?
That's true. That's very true. Like, if I saw Mr. Rodgers, if he walked into this facility right now, I'd be like, "What's up, Mr. Rodgers?" He has no idea who I am. Yeah. But what he does is he makes you feel like he knows you.
Yeah, I mean, there's a ton of people who I follow, but now that you said that, I mean, I wouldn't consider any of those because I've never met them. Mm-hmm. How do you consider someone a friend? Like, you got to be super good at what you're doing to consider someone a friend that you've never met.
And you're probably everyone's wondering, like, where's this topic going? And here's my point is that obviously Mr. Rodgers is the GOAT at relationships. You have to be more interested in the other person. I think that's what he was really good at, was he was so interested in who that person was, what they had to offer, what were their skills, what were their attributes, what were their talents. And I don't think a lot of people do that nowadays, is that they're more invested into themselves, which is, I mean, that is a good thing. You got to invest in yourself. You got to grow. You got to be be a better person. But how many times do you go to a party and you ask questions instead of saying a question and then reverting it back to you, and then so that you can tell your story?